What's up everyone, and welcome back to Nexus. Now every country has some crazy wedding traditions, but today we're going over 11 bizarre wedding traditions around the world. If you're new here and enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe so you get notified when we post a video. Now let's aim for that golden like button, which is 1,000 likes, so make sure to drop a like down below to help us hit our goal. Other than that, let's get into it. Number 11. Marrying a tree. In certain parts of India, women that are born Manglik, which is an astrological combination that occurs if Mars and Saturn are both under the 7th house. Trust me, I still don't understand. But apparently the woman is cursed and will likely cause her husband an early death. At least this is what is believed. To break the curse, she must first marry a tree, and then the tree must be cut down to break the curse. Number 10. Balaka. In Korea, when the wedding is over, friends of the groom remove his shoes and socks and then tie his ankles together. They then begin beating his feet with fish or even a cane. This is preparing him for his first night as a married man and making him stronger so he doesn't disappoint. Number 9. Baby chicks. I love animals, and this one is a little bit more disturbing because in Inner Mongolia, China, the dour people require the bride and groom to cut open a baby chick together and inspect the liver. If it's a good and healthy liver, they can set a date for the wedding. But if it is not healthy, they must repeat the process until they find a good one. What if they aren't meant to be together and they just find bad livers? Or baby chicks. Number 8. Blackening the bride. This tradition takes place in Scotland and is still very popular today. Friends and family of the bride and groom dump gross things including trash, fish guts, and really whatever they can find that's disgusting on top of the bride and then tie them to a tree. If she can handle and endure this hardship, it means she can handle the hardships of marriage. Definitely different, but I can understand it. Number 7. Wedding night help. I can't imagine having to deal with this as it would be extremely awkward. But certain villages in Africa actually require an older woman to supervise the newlyweds in the bedroom to make sure they are doing things right. Usually it's just a village elder, but if you're really unlucky, it could end up being your new wife's mother. How awkward would it be at family events? Number 6. Shoe thieves. Now, I can actually get behind this tradition because it sounds pretty fun. In certain parts of India, the groom must take off his shoes before he reaches the altar. As soon as he gets to the altar, everything gets crazy and the game begins. The goal is for the bride's side of the family to try and steal the shoes, and the groom's side must protect it. If the bride's side succeeds in stealing the shoes, the groom has to pay a ransom fee to get them back. I think the family should end up paying the ransom for the shoes. That would make everyone try so much harder. Number 5. Toilet time. Now after a wedding ceremony ends in France, friends and family take all the trash and leftover food and throw it into a toilet bowl and make a soup out of it. They then force the bride and groom to drink out of the toilet. That's just pretty gross. But nowadays the trash is usually substituted with chocolate, but that doesn't change the fact that you're drinking out of a toilet. No matter how much you clean it, I would never do that. Number 4. Wedding kisses. If you're ever invited to a Swedish wedding, don't be surprised when the bride and groom kiss other people on their wedding day. When the bride leaves the room, it's very traditional for all the women at the wedding to line up and kiss the groom, and vice versa for all the men to kiss the bride when the groom is gone. Pretty funny tradition. Number 3. Whale tooth. So in most countries, it's considered very polite to ask your future father-in-law for their daughter's hand in marriage. But in Fiji, it's more of a requirement and definitely expected. What makes it pretty crazy is that they also are expected to present a whale tooth as well. There aren't too many places that you can get a whale tooth, and the main source is underwater, but it's definitely not impossible. Number 2. Hold it in. So there are a few different rituals that the Indonesian Tadang community have and are definitely different. Like the bride isn't allowed to leave her house during the engagement, and the groom must sing her a few songs before seeing his wife. But this one tops it all. The bride and groom actually have to hold their bladders for 3 days after the wedding. And they believe if they don't do this, they will bring terrible luck to their relationship. They are watched over by a few people to make sure they don't eat or drink too much. That's pretty crazy because I know I can't hold it that long. Number 1. Bridal kidnapping. So this custom is called alakachu, or in English it's grab and run. It happens in Kyrgyzstan to as many as 40% of Kyrgyz women. Women are kidnapped and then forced to marry their kidnapper, and 2 out of 3 kidnappings are non-consensual. They are usually bound and forced to the kidnapper's home where they are already prepping for a wedding. There are female elders there to persuade the women to accept the marriage. What's even crazier is that 84% of kidnapped women actually end up agreeing to marrying them. A big reason is because once they enter the man's home, they are considered impure, and it would be shameful for them to return home. That's pretty crazy. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching our 11 bizarre marriage customs around the world. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace!